Hey guys, this is Dragon Rockstar here. Sorry for the long wait. I've been busy with work and such. Um, I got a surprise for you guys. I'm coming with you guys with a 45 card pure hero build. It turbos out pretty well. It can make decent boards. The extra deck's been changed heavily. I know a lot of you guys gave me a lot of good comments and good suggestions from my last hero build. I understand that. Um, Thanks for that, and it actually helped me gain me some more ideas. So then I started working with other ideas for my other decks that I'm working on. I got several different decks I'm trying to get finished so I can give you guys more amazing videos. But for now, I've been working a lot lately, so I couldn't be able to do a lot. Also, I got another surprise for you. Towards the end of this year, on my last video, towards the end of this year, I might be able to do a face reveal. And I hope you guys enjoy this. If I can get at least 100 likes, I will consider doing a face reveal for you guys. But other than that, I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Those of you that probably already know me in person or know me in real life, do not say my name in the comments below. But let's go ahead and get started, right? So like I said, this is a 45 card hero build. So I'm going to come with you guys with the main deck. Let's go ahead. This does run a few expensive cards, so if you guys can't get those certain cards, I can give you other suggestions to play instead of the cards that I currently play. But for now, I play for the heroes. I play triple Vision Hero Vion. Vision Hero Vion is very good. It helps you get your consistency. It helps you get your polymerization, as well as helps you dump hero monsters to the graveyard to get more card effects. So I personally will never cut this guy out ever from this deck. He's basically the go-to card for the deck. Solid Soldier basically allows you. I run triple Solid Soldier. Solid Soldier basically allows you to. It also counts as a Marauder Captain, which I also play in the deck. It's basically a Marauder Captain that helps you get your hero monsters out on the board faster, so it helps promotes a few other hero monsters effects. If you have this and this in your hand, it's basically you can get more than one card on the board. But sometimes most people get confused. This only says specifically special summons. Some people think this is only allows you to special summon the elemental hero monsters. No, you can still special summon Vision Hero Vion and your other monsters as are level 4 or lower. That's elemental heroes. It's basically, it just helps you with your consistency. I love it, and I personally won't cut it out either. Like, these would be the only two cards that I'll run 3 of. Like, these are the best ones to run 3 of, and personally, these are the great ones to run 3 of. I personally would never cut either of them out. For the 2 of heroes, I run double Shadow Mist and then double Bubble Man. Now here's the little spicy tech that I run is Bubble Man. Bubble Man, I don't use it because of his effect, and he's not really needed because of his effect, but if you are in a rough spot and he's the last move you got, you can use his effect. I only use him because of my favorite monster in the extra deck, which I will show you guys in a few. But he's like the spicy tech of the deck that I love personally. And then Shadow Mist is Shadow Mist. Basically, allows you to search out for a mass change spell card from your deck to your hand when she's special summoned, or when she's sent to the graveyard, and you still haven't used the search ability. You can, I believe, it allows you to add another elemental hero monster besides Shadow Mist. So it allows you to add a hero monster when it's sent to the graveyard. But when it's special summoned, it allows you to add a mass change spell card from your deck to your hand. So it's good at 2 because 3 is just overdrawn. Like if you run 3 of this, you're just basically hurting the consistency of your deck. Let's see. For the only one of hero monster I run, which is Elemental Hero Stratos, he's too good not to play, and if he ever comes back off the ban list, I am personally going to go on the hunt for more of them. I would love to have the ultimate rare version, but this is the super rare version. Give me time, guys. I will end up trying my best to get the ultimate version, just to show you guys. But it's still an amazing card not to play. For like the hand trap kind of deal, I run double Elemental Hero Honest Neos, as well as triple Ash Blossom. I finally got the third playset of Ash Blossom. Everybody finally knows that. But Ash Blossom's good, as well as Honest Neos. Honest Neos is good at 2 sometimes in the main deck, but when you're going second, it's very good to have in your hand just in case. Because you summon your Elemental Hero Solid Soldier and they Effect Valor, or they negate its ability and it's still on your side of the field. You can attack your opponent's monster and just drop Honest Neos on it, and they'll take a big hit. So it's just like it helps you get over big beat sticks that you can't get around with your monster's effects, and it helps you get around certain things. I just like Honest Neos. I side deck one of them because it's kind of it's like sometimes you don't see it at all, so it's better to have it at 3 to see it when you're going second, or if you're going first, you'll see it and you don't really need it that turn. It sometimes happens that way, so that's why I played at 2 instead of 3, because 3 you see it, but you don't really need it. 2, you'll see it when you need it, kind of deal. And then Ash Blossom is just too good not to ever play. So these are the only hand traps I play. For like the extenders, I run double Destiny Hero Militias, 3 Blue Mountain Butterfly, as well as 3 Marauding Captains. These are the only extenders I play. I've cut out completely from my last video. A lot of you guys commented, thanks for that. I cut it out junk forward due to the fact junk forward, I kept seeing it more often and it became more of a brick, so it's not really needed for me right now. I didn't like to see it. I like to see my spell cards a lot more as well, so that's why I run a decent amount of spell cards as well as monsters. Blue Mountain Butterfly is really good. Once you activate Elemental Hero Solid Soldier and they try to Ash Blossom, or, try to hit it with Effect Valor stuff, you can chain, and especially on Blue Mountain Butterfly, and it stops it from there, because they can't really negate Solid Soldier. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, because sometimes this happened a couple times, and I get confused if it negates it or doesn't. So let me know down in the comments if that is true. And then you got Destiny Hero Militias, which is busted, and I don't see why it was even hit to 2. But it's still a good card to play no matter what. And the Marauder Captains, because Marauder Captains is a very good, powerful card. All these are good to help you extend with the Sol Day plays. So I am trying to get me a playset of Neospatian Aqua Dolphins and Space Connectors. That way I can be able to play the Sol Day Turbo build with Elemental Heroes here, because I know a lot of you guys probably enjoy that. But that's that. For the spell cards, 3 emergency calls, and then the 1 reinforcements of the army. Same old, same old. I personally, it's self-explanatory. You run all these to help you get your hero monsters out on the board faster. It's perfect. For like the equip spell cards, I run triple DDRs. The reason why I run this is because this is just amazing. And it helps you get more monsters on your board. That way you can go for more link plays. 1 Divine Sword Phoenix Blade. 1 Moon Mirror Shield. 1 Armed Charger. 1 United We Stand. Those are basically all the equipped spell cards I play. Those of you probably, I've had like one person comment, why am I running this? The reason why I'm running this is because if you have a dead equipped spell card in your hand and you just want to get it out your hand, that way you can get more plays and help beef up your monsters, or get your monsters to attack and kill the other opponent's monster, I use this. This is just basically ditch this, or ditch one of your useless equipped spells. Usually you can ditch Divine Sword Phoenix Blade, which will give you more pluses. You ditch Divine Sword Phoenix Blade. Excuse me there. You ditch Divine Sword Phoenix Blade, and you basically can get Divine Sword Phoenix Blade to get more pluses. And then the Armed Challenger effect, when you attack against an opponent's monster, I believe, let me check for 1 second, please. Destroys a monster as a result of battle. The controller of this equipped spell can add 1 monster with attack equal to or less than the equipped monster from their graveyard to their hand. So it basically helps you recycle your monsters when you're used. Mainly I use it because I can get Elemental Hero Stratos back to my hand. That way I can search out another hero and just go on more plays. That's why I run a decent amount of certain cards in my deck that I think a lot of you guys probably end up enjoying. But yeah, works perfectly. It's a good equipped spell card. I'm still looking for a few other equipped spell cards, such as Fossil Dig or not Fossil Dig. What was it? Living Fossil, I think that's what it's called, or something around that range. Excuse me on that one though. I still trying to do some more research on a few other cards and trying to figure out some more equipped spell cards I can use. You guys let me know down in the comments below what equipped spell cards can I use to increase my strategies, or do you think this is good enough? Like, give me some more ideas. I would love to hear from you guys. But that's pretty much all I run for the equipped spell cards. For like the quick play spell cards, I run triple mass change. Obviously, you have to play it for Stratos, Shadowmist, and all the others. Like you use their abilities and their become dead cards. You can overlay them. You can use mass change to get rid of them. I run also the mass change too because it helps you get rid of certain problematic monsters, such as like your dead XCs or something like that. And then one forms change. The reason why I run this is because I can just put back my spicy tech that I have in my extra deck back into my extra deck, and special summon a bigger monster that I get its effect quicker. So say if I have like a dead Dark Law on the build because my foment negated its effects, I can activate form change, put it right back into my extra deck, and special summon Dark Law again. So it's like it helps you recycle your monsters. For the rest of the spell cards, I run 2 Polymerizations and then 1 Miracle Fusion. Most people are probably going to comment, why are you running 2 Polymerizations? The reason I run the 2 Polymerizations is because I have a lot of consistency to get it back to my hand, as well as that it's good to see, but it's not good to see all the time because you want your mass changes in your hand as well as your Solid Soldiers and Vision Hero Vions. Vision Hero Vion can search it out for you, that way you can, get more pluses. And then Miracle Fusion, the reason why I play that is because it's another card I can use if my opponent stops Polymerization, and there's another card I can use just to fuse and get another monster on board. And it helps me with more consistency issues. I like it because it's another card to play. And for me, every card counts. And then for the 1-ohms, you got the 1 second 1-ohms is Monster Reborn, and then a Hero Lives. A lot of you guys are going to probably comment down below, why aren't you playing Foolish Burial and some other cards like that? The reason why I'm not running any other cards is because they're like, yes, Foolish Burial is a powerful card, and I can send like Shadowmist to the graveyard and get its effect. But I don't think that's really necessary. The deck does perfectly how it is now. I personally love it how it is. It just gives me more pluses. For like, let's go for the extra deck. For the extra deck, for my extra deck, I run, for the fusions, you run double Dark Claw. Dark Claw is amazing. They're self-explanatory. Each time your opponent adds a card from their deck to their hands, I believe, except during the battle phase, I believe. Yep, except during the draw phase or the damage step, you can just banish 1 random card from their hands. Other thing is, each time a card is sent to the graveyard of your opponent's graveyard, it's banished instead. So it's just basically, it's a floodgate. Floodgates are always good to have against your opponent. So that's that. Then 1 Masked Hero, for like the 1-of Masked Heroes, I run 1 Masked Hero Anki, 1 Masked Hero the DN, and 1 Masked Hero Asset, as well as the 1 Masked Hero Divine Wind. They all have powerful effects. Anki basically allows you to recycle your mass change spell cards. DN is basically allows you to get a free monster on board. Asset gets rid of all those floodgate spell card or like floodgate decks out there. I just want to get rid of those. Like I don't want you to have a good board and just wreck me with all your spells and traps. And Divine Win is just to help me get Stratos off the board. Plus, it's just a free hero monster just to summon. It's basically a booster for me. They all have powerful effects. I personally would never boost any of them up. I like them all personally how they are. Same with Dark Claw. Dark Claw is good at 2. If your opponent gets rid of the second Dark Claw, that means you're in a kind of a pickle. But for like the other fusion hero monsters, I run for the my spice is Element Hero Absolute Zero. Not a lot of people are playing this card, even though it can get rid of your opponent's board. I had many times where I was going against a few other decks, such as like Solomon Grades once. I went against Solomon Grades and played it with this deck, and successfully won. Because thanks to Absolute Zero, because I got rid of their board. Once they try to negate, once they negated my summon and this hit the board, effect, regardless of anything. Once this card leaves the field, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. It doesn't even matter if it didn't even successfully get touched on the board. So, like, I can special summon it and use Solemn Warning it. Effect. When it's Solemn Warning, it hit the board. It left the board. Goodbye, every monster you control. It's happened many times, and I love it. This is the spicy tech of that. I don't know if that's truly how it works, but that's what happened when I was hanging out with a few of my buddies. So this won me a lot of games. Then my big beat stick, Elementy Hero Core. The reason why I play this guy is because I wanted another fusion monster that I can summon once I have a few dead hero monsters on my board, or like it's another monster I can summon to fill up a board, and it's also a very big beat stick. Yes, it is only a 27 beat stick, but it can get up to like 52 beat. It's a 52 beat stick monster based on its effect. It doubles its attack during the battle phase. So it's an amazing monster to get over things. For the only one rank 4, even though I should be playing a few more other rank 4s, the extra deck was so tight and I wanted to play a few of these monsters. But I run the one with Babushka just in case if you have a hard time against your opponent and you can't really get around their boards, you could just summon Babushka and pass and hope for the best. But there's some cards in the side deck that if you're going second, Babushka is very useful. If you're going first, Babushka is kind of dead. So personally, you could take out Babushka if it becomes more of a problem. But Babushka was pretty good at certain points. Then I run the Utopia package. Who doesn't love running the Utopia package? I personally played it in here because I need another beat stick as well. I needed another beat stick to get around my opponent's card effects and stuff like that. Plus, I needed a monster where during the battle phase my opponent can't activate anything. That way I can be able to attack with a 5k beat stick. Like, it was very useful at some points. Then, for the links, I run the one on the clock ticker because I like to get rid of my opponent's attacks. That way my attacks go through and I can win the game. For this deck, attacking is everything, so you want to get rid of your opponent's back row and monsters. That way you can declare an attack and win the game. Like, this is always... Like, also, I just needed another monster to point down just in case I can't summon a Soul Day or summon sources during the turn. Speaking of the Soul Day, I've run 2 Noble Knight Soul Days. I think they're very useful. 2, because it's perfect. And 3 is overdrawn. Like, I've seen a couple YouTube videos about where some people play triple Soul Days, and I'm looking at it like, why? Because 2, it's good because just in case they negate the first one, you still have a lot of equipped spell cards in your deck to send to the graveyard. So that way, if you have enough cards in your hand and on your board, you can summon the second Assault Day and get that Assault Day's effect to go off. Even though Assault Day specifically is once per turn, you can still... It doesn't say uses effect its name and uses effect once per turn. It's basically, it's not a hard once per turn. It's a once per turn, but it's not a hard once per turn. So you could summon the second one and get it and activate its ability. I personally like Assault Day, and I love it that it got reprinted as well. That way, a lot of decks these days can actually have the consistency in the ways to be able to make their decks. So I think 2 Assault Days is perfect. And then for the last extra deck monster, I run the 1 Summon Sorceress. Summon Sorceress is amazing. This deck pretty much can make Summon Sorceress, Dark Law, and a few other monsters in one turn. It's like, it gets rid of my opponent's monsters. Like, I can summon Isolde, have, like, Isolde is too powerful. Like, I believe that she should also be hit on the ban list, probably ban. She's too broken, and if Neo Fiber comes out, she'd be incredibly more broken, so I think she just needs to go. But, like, I'll end up on boards with Summon Sorceress, give me a second, guys, Dark Law, and then Absolute Zero, and have a Mass Change face down. Or have a Mass Change 2 face down, and then that way I can just get rid of Absolute Zero, get rid of my opponent's monsters, summon Acid, and then Acid gets rid of my opponent's spell and traps. So it's like, it's good how I play the deck, and it's more of a speedster deck as well as more of, it's like a beater speedster deck. So that's the extra deck. For the side deck, which is different than most of my side decks, I run cards in here for this deck specifically because of the consistency, and sometimes when you go in second, you have a hard time going against back row heavy decks as well as like heavy speed decks as well. So this deck kind of have a hard time against certain decks. So I play a few of these cards because of those type of decks. So I play, obviously I'm side decking the other Elemental Hero Honest Neos, that way I can have another monster to use to get around my opponent's monsters, like I said before. Sometimes you want to see it, but not all the time, but it's good going second to always put this in, because your opponent can stop you in your monster effects, and you're going to need a backup plan, so that's what I use Honest Neos for. 3 Dino Wrestler Pranquitops. It's the best side deck card to use. It helps you get rid of your opponent's stuff, and it's basically, it's a good card against a lot of decks. Actually, it's a good card against all decks these days. Excuse me on that. Then for like the 1-ofs, for like my spell cards, I only side deck 2 spells, which is Regeki and Super Polymerization. The reason why I side deck Super Polymerization because sometimes that Miracle Fusion can be a problem, or I need another fusion spell card sometimes to help me get out more of my extra deck monsters. So Super Polymerization is good. I also need another way to bring out Core without banishing my monsters in the graveyard, because thanks to Diane and a few other monsters, I have abilities to recycle those monsters in my graveyard. Another thing, the reason why I was running Miracle Fusion, because I run triple DDR. DDR helps me special some of my monsters back, and I don't think they'll get their effects, but it just helps me get more rank 4 fodder or link plays. Super Poly is good. Regeki is because obviously I run a Regeki on my extra deck, but Regeki is basically like, I needed something to help me break my opponent's boards without wasting too many resources. So Regeki helped me on that. For the rest of the side deck, I run a heavy amount of traps, because suddenly I can't find my Twin Twisters right now, so for now, I side deck Heavy Storm Duster. Now, the reason why I side deck Heavy Storm Duster is because it's basically Twin Twisters, but instead it's more of going second. Or if you're going first, it's more of going first as well. Heavy Storm Duster is good. I wish it was more towards a counter trap than a regular trap, but it's still, basically, it's like a Twin Twister, but it's slow. It's perfect. I personally would never cut this out for the side deck until I could get my hands on another set of Twin Twisters for this deck. But for now, it's still perfectly good. For like the other traps, I run the Solemn Brigade, Double Solemn Strike, 1 Solemn Judgment, and 1 Solemn Warning. For the Solemn Brigade, this is actually pretty good. Like I said, going second, this is amazing. It helps you get around your opponent's card effects, and it helps you get rid of, like, it stops your opponent from playing. It could stop your opponent for that one turn, that way you can get around your opponent and win the game. So it's a perfect cards to play. If I had, like, Evenly Match, Infinite Impermanence, I'll be playing those in the main deck. Well, Infinite Impermanence, I'll definitely be playing in the main deck. But if I had that Evenly Match, I'll be side decking it instead of these. But for now, I run these because these are really powerful and I like them. Even though they cost you life points, sometimes that's kind of sad because they lose so many life points. But with this deck, it's more of a fun build more than a competitive build, but it could still be competitive if you have the right cards to make it competitive. So that's it for like the Solemn Brigade. Then for the last two trap cards of the for the side deck is double Breakthrough Skill. Breakthrough Skill is amazing. Personally, I should be playing this in my 60 card Lights One Shadows, but it turns out I actually finally found them, and I figured this deck can use them a little bit more than my 60 card Lights One Shadows, which is actually most popular on this channel, surprisingly, and than expected. Then my last hero deck was extremely popular because of what I did and how I played the certain cards effects. Thanks to whoever commented about running about the Honest Neos, or I mean the Neos engine, and then also I'll be trying to get me, like I said before, Neospatian connectors and things of that nature. That way I can come out with that engine. I believe those engines would be really amazing right now to play. Once I get my hands on a lot of certain card effects and everything, I'll be able to come out with more, and I'll be able to make this deck a little bit faster than what it's currently at. I can also make the consistency of this deck a little bit more powerful. But yeah, like I said, Breakthrough Skill is really powerful, and it can help you out with a lot of certain card effects. It can help you get around certain monsters that you basically can't get around. For this deck is like, for example, like Beetles. You use Breakthrough Skill against Beetles, negate its can't be destruction effect, can't be destroyed by card effects. Use this, negate its effects, and then kill it. It's like this can help you get around certain problematic monsters. Plus, it's also good going second because you could just set it. Your opponent activates a monster's effect, just Breakthrough Skill it for the turn. Plus, it's also a good effect because you can banish it and stop your opponent's effect during their turn, or you can force the negation of their monster on the Breakthrough Skill. It's a really powerful card, and I should be playing this. I should be playing this in my 60 card Lights One Shadow deck because I think this would be very, very nifty. So yeah, this is my 45 card hero build. I hope you guys do enjoy this. Like I said, there has been a few updates to the deck, and I will also be working on trying to get the Neospatian Spatian Connector as well as Aqua Dolphins, and trying to make this deck a little bit more speedster deck, a little bit more faster of its speed. I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Like I said, towards the end of this year, I will be trying to make a face reveal, and I hope you guys do enjoy that. If I can get at least 100 likes on this video, I will consider doing my face reveal at the end of this year. If I can get 100 likes on every video, I'll definitely make sure I can do a face reveal at the end of the year. But, like I said, I hope you guys do enjoy this video. And this is my 50 card hero build. And I hope you guys do enjoy. Dragon Rockstar is signing out.